Fishing is one of Japan's major industries. In the early 20th century, as traditional fishing methods were being rapidly modernized, the Tamara Steamship Fishery Company, the predecessor of Nissui, was founded. With his vision set on the future of the fishing industry, Nissui founder Ichiro Tamara launched a trawling business. He assigned Kosuke Kunishi, who had studied advanced fishing technologies in Great Britain, to be in charge of it. Marine resources are to the production and supply of marine products as water is to the water supply system. Together, the two men strove to industrialize the fishing industry. Minato Maru, a cutting-edge trawler constructed in England in 1911, served as the basis for the establishment of the Tamara Steamship Fishery Company. Trawl fishery was the focus of the industry's attention at that time. The number of Japanese trawlers soon reached saturation point with a total of 139 vessels. And partly because of strict fishing ground regulations, trawl fishery operators got into a very difficult position. Then, when many of the vessels were converted into minesweepers during the First World War, the price of trawlers rose. Companies sold their boats one after another. However, the Tamara Steamship Fishery Company stuck to its policy not to sell any vessels, a policy it maintained throughout the war. As a result, the number of trawlers in operation fell from 139 at its peak to just 4, all belonging to the Tamara Steamship Fishery Company. With the aim of industrializing Japan's fishing industry, the Tamara Steamship Fishery Company changed its name to the Kyodo Gyogyo Group in 1919. While consolidating its sales division, it advanced the mass construction of trawlers. In addition, it established the first private fishery research institute in Japan. A ship's radio and a diesel engine were installed on a private trawler for the first time. And the development of onboard rapid freezing equipment revolutionized the trawling industry. The introduction of these new technologies allowed Japanese trawlers to venture out to the world's fishing grounds. Starting with trawling, the group further promoted the industrialization of fishing by entering the mothership type crabbing business and the whaling business in the Antarctic Ocean. Meanwhile, due to the financial panic and the global economic crisis that occurred from the Great Kanto earthquake until the end of the 1920s, hard times continued. Commodity prices fell, and the price of fish was reduced to 1/4. The group overcame the adverse circumstances by adding value to marine resources and making full use of them. The resulting products included chikuwa and fish meal. In 1929, in the middle of the Great Depression, the group decided to move from Shimonoseki to Tobata, aiming for further business expansion. In Tobata, the group constructed an extensive center for fishing, processing, ice making, cold storage, freezing, distribution, and sales. Tobata Reizo, equipped with large-scale refrigeration and freezing facilities, became the core of the center. This was the starting point for creation of a nationwide cold storage network. The group took this opportunity to make efforts to capture not only domestic, but also overseas markets. It increased its sales force and continued to grow. In 1934, the group participated in the Nissan group of companies, whose core companies were Nippon Mining and Hitachi Limited. Integrating the trawling, mothership-type crabbing, whaling, ice-making and cold storage businesses, the company's name was changed to Nippon Suisan. When Japan plunged into the Pacific War, the Fishery Control Ordinance issued by the cabinet led Nippon Suisan to transfer its cold storage and marketing divisions to Teikoku Suisan Tose. As a result of the great loss of fishing boats and assets during the war, the company's post-war reconstruction process lagged far behind schedule. During the occupation period, the company engaged in coastal fishing using trawlers that had escaped war damage, and worked hard to provide the people of Japan with valuable protein from marine products. In addition, a mothership-type salmon and trout fishing fleet and a mothership-type crabbing fleet began fishing. The post-war reconstruction progressed at a rapid pace. Around that time, Nissui's food business was being established. The first product was nutritious fish sausages, which provided much-needed protein to dining tables. Then, in 1948, production of canned goods was resumed. In the late 1950s, the frozen food business went into full-scale operation. Chawanmushi, a Japanese egg dish served in a bowl marketed in 1959, was Nissui's first frozen cooked food. The company provided special showcases to promote the sales of frozen food. Focusing on how to use the plentiful resources of Alaskan pollock as the raw material for fish paste products and fish sausages, the company developed onboard surimi production. It started to market chikua using onboard produced surimi as the main ingredient. In 1959, Nippon Suisan launched a 5-year business plan to carry out radical restructuring of the company. While making large investments in shore plants, the company also threw a great amount of energy into the shipping business. Moreover, Nippon Suisan built large-scale trawlers, one after another, and started operating integrated factory vessels of the world's largest class. Nissui's cutting-edge fishing vessels took an active part in developing new fishing grounds in the world's oceans. In 1977, just as Japan was enjoying economic growth, and Nissui was making rapid progress by playing its role of connecting the world's oceans with customers' tables, the United States and Russia established 200 nautical mile exclusive fishing waters. This had a tremendous effect on the company. Because all coastal countries adopted the 200-mile law, Japanese fishing vessels eventually had to pull out from the world's fishing grounds. Profits were down and the business had to be reduced. In 1991, the company was forced to suspend dividend payments. Striving to overcome the 200-mile shock, the company planned the expansion of overseas operating centers by forming joint ventures as a means to secure a stable supply of marine resources. To overcome the poor financial results since the late 1980s, the company started working on its NCR management system in 1996. By concentrating its management resources on the products most favored by customers, the company succeeded in turning into a profit-making structure. The next target was financial growth. The TGL plan was launched in 2001 in response to the changes in the business environment, such as growing market globalization and emerging mega customers. The company aimed at becoming a global marine product maker capable of meeting all customer needs. Vertically integrated operations, from resources through to final products, worked favorably. This enabled the proper processing of resources, leading to the creation of diverse values from marine resources while maximizing their value for customers. The global links and local links, created with our like-minded business partners worldwide, have greatly improved the supply chain network. And now Nissui has launched a new challenge for the next 100 years. This challenge covers a wide variety of fields, including fishing, aquaculture, food processing, and fine chemicals. To enhance the growth of the marine products industries of Japan and the entire world, Nissui will continue moving forward.